Yo,
What's up?
what's up? Let's see. Gotta start the timer. Oh, guess what? I'm gonna be at 2:30 p.m.
Today?
I'm gonna be at the barbershop. Finally. Oh, he like opened up this week at his actual store, and I called him. I was like, Joe, I need a cut.
Hold on. Your barber's name is Joe?
Yeah. Joe. He said, "What's up, Shiloh?" I said, "Hey, I need a cut. I gave myself a buzz cut. It's not looking that good, but you can make it look crisp." And he was like, "All right, I got you." And so, yeah, 2:30. We'll see what happens. Yeah, gotta make. Yeah, it's been waiting because it's like been trying to experiment this whole time, but whatever. All right. It's the Shi-Fi podcast, episode 63. I forget every time. It is. Okay. Episode 63. Shout out to everybody listening. YouTube, Spotify, Apple. Let's see. I got Josh Barnes as the guest in the building. What's up?
What's up, man? How are you?
Good. Did you do anything weird this week?
I've been trying to run a mile.
Mm.
Start that again. So yeah, that's been interesting.
What's your fastest mile so far? Or this week?
9 minutes.
Minutes? Okay.
It's bad.
Do you have like those watches that like tell you?
Yeah, I use my Apple Watch. It tells me when I run a mile.
Okay.
But I always feel like bad because I run with my neighbor, and she runs at like 7:59. It's like Jesus.
Let's see. What's your fastest mile ever?
Ever when I was like in my prime and I was running my
Yeah, in your prime.
It was about 7 minutes.
7 minutes. Okay. Did you ever have like PE classes to where like you had to run a mile in a certain time or you couldn't go?
Yeah, it used to be. So when we first started elementary and middle school, it was like you had to run a mile in under 15, and then became you had to run a mile in under 10.
Okay. I think mine was like 8 minutes or something. I remember like our coach in like elementary would like give us each a time, and we had to beat it in order to like, because he would let the class out halfway through the class, and he would say the only way you can like experience the last 30 minutes of free time is if you get it under this time. So I was like, I got you.
Your coach was a bully.
Yeah, he was. No, he was. I was stressed. I did not look forward to PE sometimes.
The day that we had the pacer test, boy, I was ready.
The what?
Did your like elementary school ever have the pacer test?
Pacer? I think so. You're just like, is it like the end of the semester, like record or something?
It's like, it always came on with like this anime, and it was just like, you are now about to begin the pacer test, and like you'd have to run from like wall to wall, but like the pacer test would get faster, so like you would touch the wall and you'd be chilling there for like 10 seconds, and it'd be like boop, and you'd run down to the other side. But then it got to the point where like you would touch the wall and be like boop, 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 and you'd be exhausted.
Was this in a gym?
So we did it in the cafeteria.
Cafeteria? Weird. Okay. Wow.
You'd be exhausted. If you were not like the fastest kid, you'd be out after like 2 like little laps. But some kids could go to like 20, 30, 40.
I have no idea what game that you're playing. It's just going from wall to wall.
It's basically just to see who can like sprint the fastest.
Okay. Yeah, I don't even. Yeah, I had nothing like that, but I've never raced in a cafeteria. But I don't know. Let's see. Did you hear about the Joe Rogan podcast?
No, I did not.
So, um, he signed with Spotify for
Right.
$100 million.
Wow.
That's crazy. It because he only used to be on YouTube. Well, he still is until like September 1st. It was only YouTube. I mean, Apple Podcasts. And at first, I was like, why is he suddenly doing this? I was like, why now? I mean, it's 100 million. Honestly, I thought that was kind of low because he's the greatest podcaster ever. And so, and then I was like, and then I read something today that said the reason why he made this sudden change is because he was trying to interview like different types of doctors with the like whole virus situation, but he's had some guests in the past that YouTube would demonetize and take down his videos of like not even like controversial, just like outside thinking, just like maybe this is why this. And so I was like, okay, he kind of settled for the 100 million. He's well off, like he's good. And he says he's like going to war against like these companies like Google, Facebook, YouTube. So I'm like, wow, this is like this is getting serious. This is getting peak news.
Right.
And it's yeah, I'm like very fascinated. And it's the first time where there's like been a um money item in these podcast contracts.
Right.
So it's just going to affect all the other podcasts. Like my other favorite podcast is like this music podcast called the Joe Budden podcast. That's it was number one on Spotify last year. And so they signed I think like a 10-20 million dollar contract
Right.
a couple years ago, and they're renewing this year. So they're probably like, whoa, it's like 100 million. They could easily get like 70, 50 million or 70 or 50 million or something like that.
Yeah.
But it's just like Spotify is going all in the
Yeah.
podcast world.
I saw podcasts were like pretty prevalent on Twitter this week because I know a lot of girls, like I don't know if you know heard of this podcast, like they watch the Call Her Daddy podcast.
Yeah.
Like apparently like they made 500K last year alone, which is a lot for a podcast.
Yeah.
So like they're looking to make more and all that stuff. So I was just like, geez, like there's money to be made in a podcast.
There is. It's yeah, the Call Her Daddy situation is interesting. That I get both sides. Honestly, to me, it sounds like the two hosts, they weren't really friends. They basically Barstool Sports just got together these two girls.
Yeah.
And was like, just say something. And so in a way, Barstool took a risk because they took two kind of randomish girls, said you're gonna get paid 70,000 with like a lot of benefits, and they exceeded all those benefits and
Right.
started making 500,000, and that got in their head. They're like, okay, we're big time. And so it's the exact same situation in music where like a record label will sign this broke rapper for like, to the label it's like super cheap, but to that broke rapper it's like, oh, like I'm down, like, but then that broke rapper gets big, and and so it's a risk type of thing. When you're not making money, you're going to take that $1 million, and it's just the risk that the record label has to do. Yeah, so the Call Her Daddy situation is just a mess. I mean, I'm kind of on the Barstool side. I think one of the girls even like had a relationship with some of the office people in Barstool. So yeah, I mean, when you start like getting big time, when you sign like a low contract a couple years ago, you start hearing a lot of voices in your head. So yeah, it's getting big. I mean, I I kind of thought radio was just gonna die, but it just like turned into something else. You
Right.
know, it didn't die. It's just like what do you call it? Reincarnated into something different.
Right.
Yeah. So I was just like, radio's not gonna die. It's just moving somewhere else. So I thought that was really eye opening. I was like, this is actually like an opportunity type of thing.
Right.
So I thought that was really cool. Let's see. Uh, uh, did you? Let's see. I heard that the University of California, their colleges, they're not going to require the SAT or ACT. Did you
Right.
see that?
Yeah.
Like, wow. Like now you're doing it, but
Well, because you can't like go into a facility and test.
Yeah, that's true. And I've always seen things where it's like the SAT is like unfair to like minorities,
It is.
and is that because?
It's because so like the majority of like these standardized tests like prevalent in like math and science,
Mm-hmm.
and those are the two areas that most minority kids struggle with. Not always, but like the exception, the majority, like
Yeah.
they're lower in like those areas, so it kind of like puts them at a disadvantage to begin. Same thing with like the GMAT and like all these other exams. Like standardized testing just really doesn't test your knowledge, and it's kind of a system to keep minorities out of higher education.
Mm. Yeah, I've always thought those tests were more natural for the natural smart people,
Yes.
and like because I've heard stories about people being like having C's in school and like um, acing the SAT and getting into like these Ivy League schools or like going to like actual nice schools.
Right.
And I mean, it's a grades kind of judge your work ethic, while like SATs and ACTs just test your like memory. I've always kind of thought that.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, I thought that was kind of different. And I saw something else. I saw that the CDC they formed guidelines for like the reopening.
Please don't talk about that.
Did you see that?
This gets me so heated.
Why? Why does that make you heated?
I read these requirements, and number one, basically these kids are gonna be going to school in the fall, and they're just gonna be going to school in a prison cell, an 8x12 classroom prison cell. They're gonna be stuck there all day. They got to eat lunch all day. They got to see the same teacher all day. They got to see the same like at that point, like just have school online. If you're gonna make these kids, 6 feet apart, all their desks, like fine, whatever. But the fact that their teacher has to teach them all day, which means their teacher has to learn multiple subjects, and they're not qualified. One. Two, you want like staggered like delays. Like some of these parents, they still have to work. They can't afford to take their kid. If the school starts at like 9:30 and their shift starts at 8:00. Like, or the whole like bus policy of like one kid per seat, every other seat. Like these buses be crowded with these kids trying to get to school.
Right.
Like what you're gonna do? You're gonna send multiple buses to a certain zone?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm looking at the rules now. It's just like they're goofy. It's just kind of just like it's just weird.
It's hilarious. It's laughable.
Yeah, one child per seat on the school buses, skipping rows.
Yes.
Man, that's like gonna fill up 25% of those buses then. No field trips, assemblies, only pre-packages, bags of food, no cafeteria food, kids eat in classrooms. So like,
isn't there something on there that's like, you have to put like a barrier between the sinks and the bathroom or something like that?
I don't see it here, but I mean, I get sinks in the bathroom. The sinks in what? The toilets?
No, so like how like usually like when you go to like a public bathroom, they have like 2 or 3 sinks and like you can go right.
Okay.
So that's where you got to put up a barrier in between each sink.
Wow. Oh yeah, see it. Physical barriers or screens between sinks and bathrooms.
Yeah,
No playgrounds, no cafeterias.
these kids gonna be depressed. This is not
Man,
school.
it stinks,
That's a,
man. Whew. We got out of school. Well, I got one more, but like we got out of school. Well, you got one more too. Well, I don't know. We got out of
yeah,
high school in a good time, you know.
yeah.
Hmm.
I mean, luckily, like, yeah, I have one more school like to go, but
Well, it's not
I
like
think,
normal college or normal like high school where like
yeah,
you're able to see people a lot, you know.
but I think graduation should be hopefully should be a ceremony should be a thing by then.
Uh, what do you mean, like
Like I have like an actual ceremony in a crowd instead of like
uh,
like what do you think of the DB parade?
I thought it was great. I was
Yeah.
very impressed.
Hmm.
They, yeah, it was like very DBU, yeah, Dallas Baptist University. They, I was proud. I was like, wow, they're like, instead of like complaining, instead of like pouting, they like adjusted to it. It's like
Right.
they got on it quick. So yeah, I was like very impressed. I was like, they had the speakers and um, yeah, like all those like speakers on the graduation, whatever. And so I was like, okay, this is like a good idea. Like, so I was very impressed. Were you impressed?
I just thought it was very like thoughtful of them to like at least attempt to do something. Obviously it was like irregular and it
Hmm.
wasn't like your normal like standard, but the fact that these kids still got to wear their cap and gown and get to be recognized and some recognition, I think it was
Yeah.
great on.
Yeah, no, like Dallas ISD, they just didn't even do anything. Graduate. They're like, you're on your own.
They say F them kids.
Yeah. It's like, nah, we're good. But yeah,
But
CDC says wear mask over the age of 2. What we got to say?
man, these kids are 5 and 6. They gonna take the mask off. They're incompetent of what's going on. They do not care. But do you think by the time you graduate from grad school that you'll be able to have a ceremony?
uh, there'll be some type of ceremony. It won't be like normal.
Mhm.
Hmm. Yeah, I don't think it'll be the normal. There'll be just, well, especially at Texas Tech, large graduations like that. I don't like, for example, they're actually doing Texas Tech is doing a graduation this Saturday, a virtual graduation,
Mhm.
and even Patrick Mahomes is speaking, and so we'll see what happens with that. But I don't think in May, if I graduate, I don't think it won't be a normal thing. But there'll be maybe like a parade or some type of like in-person situation. Um, yeah, it's interesting. But was that remind me? No cafeterias, no some. There was one rule that was weird. Something about only one-way hallways,
Yes.
which is so goofy. I'm just like picturing like some high schooler like is like running. He passes his class. He's like, "Oops, wrong class," and he has to go all the way
All the
around.
way around. Yeah.
He's not gonna do that.
I was like thinking, so like in my high school, I went to a 6A high school, like one of the biggest in the state,
Yeah.
and our like main hallway was called Main Street. And it was like a quarter of a mile from like
Damn.
one end to the next, and it's a straight shot. So how we gonna walk one way? You gonna have to have a rope. You got to have a rope and say, all right, this y'all go this way, and the rest of y'all go that way. Or,
It'll
like,
be
I
like a
struggle.
highway.
Yeah, I struggle when I go into Walmart because they be like, "Do not enter." Like you got to enter this way. Like as your Walmart, or like your local store started doing that, like one way aisle entrances.
I haven't actually been to many. I haven't actually been to like a grocery store,
Mm.
so yeah, I don't even know. But my dad hasn't mentioned anything about like rules like that.
Yeah,
Um,
like, no, like
yeah.
out here, they're like, all right, this aisle says do not enter this way, and then the one aisle will be like, all right, enter this way, Yeah.
it's
I'm so confused.
like a highway. Um. Yeah. So I thought rule was weird. So I actually went to Lubbock this past week, like 2 days, 3 days, and like it was really eye opening. It was So whenever we'd stop at gas stations, things, there was like no one wearing mask,
Nobody wears masks, dude.
and I'm just like, and my thing, I get it. But also like I get it. You don't want to be like paranoid. You want to fight this, but at the same time, I'm like, we don't know much about this, and it's just a mask.
Yes.
It's not that big of a deal.
Yes.
It takes 3 seconds. Put it like it doesn't require much work. I don't look at someone differently because they're like not wearing like not even if they're not wearing a mask, whatever. If they're and and a lot of these people were old because it's like in the country and like you
Right.
know
They're the ones that care the least.
they do they don't care at all. So and I made one big mistake.
What'd you do?
I shook
You,
someone's hand. uh, I committed too early, and it was just like I'm just gotta do it now. Like unless it would be like extreme awkward, and it was just my dad and I in my old grandparents' house, and we had a visitor like fixing up something, and my dad was like, "Oh, this is Shiloh. It was like a formal introduction." So I just like reacted like, "Oh," and like she just shook my hand, and she was a country girl person, so I don't think she cared at all. But I was like, I washed my hands right after, and I was just like, dang it, and but that was just my thinking, just because like out there in the country, they just don't care. It's not even like a thing.
it's like an afterthought for them.
And the only people I saw wearing masks were they were very city looking, like they weren't dressing country at all. So it's really like a city versus country people type of thing is what I'm kind of looking at with mask.
Right.
Because all my like country friends from high school and college, they're like posting on Facebook like, ha ha ha, I feel bad for all you people wearing masks. I was like, dude, it's not even like that big of a deal.
Yes. So like out here, Montgomery County, that's where I live. They
Yeah.
have not done a single thing since March, like when this whole thing like all transpired. Like they didn't have any like they did a stay at home order. I'll give them that. But like they don't require you to wear a mask or like anything. They're like you can choose what you want to do. So like the majority of people out here don't wear a mask. But me, every time I go out in public, I wear a mask. Like when I went to the store, like I go to like a TJ Maxx, like I don't touch anything. I get my item and I go, and I don't wear a mask. Like when I pump gas, I wear a glove, and then I like dispose of my glove, and then I get back in my car. But like, yeah, these people here, they just do not care. They be like, you can't tell me it's my
Right.
right, the Constitution. I'm just like, why are y'all so prideful over this mask? Like I get it. Like if you go to like a friend's house and like they haven't been anywhere, like don't wear a mask. Like whatever. I'm not telling you to wear a mask in somebody else's house. But like my thing is like in public, it's not that hard to wear a mask for like 10 minutes. Pay for your item. Go
Yeah,
back to your car and take your mask off.
exactly. It's just a mask. Don't it's just
Yeah,
weird.
people are overanalyzing. They'd be like, they taking away my right to wear this mask. I'm just like, if I have to hear that argument one more time over a mask.
Talking about rights, like human rights. Oh my gosh. But like that doesn't mean I'm just like exiting out all like conspiracies. Like I'm still like
I'm
thinking
the
about
same.
all that, but it's just a
I'm
mask. It's just a mask. Like I'm protecting myself and other people. And I know like it's not 100%. Like I know it's not gonna cure everything, but it's a step into something we don't know about,
Right.
I don't know. It's just
It's just like frustrating because like
it's
I
frustrating.
I went into like Total Wine just to buy some wine, and I was just like, all right, I'm gonna go in here real quick, buy it, and like 99% of people in there besides the workers and myself didn't have on no mask. They were just walking around free willy.
Yeah.
Like, as soon as somebody sneezed, I went the other way. I was like, oh, I'm not staying in this.
Yeah, so yeah, all of that was eye opening. I mean, there were a couple gas stations like the workers weren't even wearing masks. Yeah, so that was different. Trying to think of other mask things.
You ain't going to the bar tonight. It opened 25%.
No.
No.
No. I'm not. No. It's
People,
like,
what I've realized is like people are like so addicted to like that lifestyle and stuff. They're like, oh,
yeah.
let's get the crowd ready to go to the bar. Oh, let's hit the beach. I'm just like, it's not killing me.
And maybe it is like I think it's just showing people's like personalities more.
Mhm.
I don't know. It's just like I think I've adapted so well because I'm just like a quiet, just reserved dude anyway. So I'm like, oh, I can just be extra quiet, extra reserved for a little bit. It's just kind of interesting. And yeah, I'm not going to bars right now, but I understand why bars are open because they know people will come. Like it's just I get it. So
Like my thing was like I thought I was gonna like struggle and die like the first like 2 weeks like this, and I was just like it ain't that bad. I'm adapting. I was like it really ain't that crucial. I was like I'm the only child anyway, so I'm used to like being by myself. So I was like
yeah,
it ain't no big deal.
and I mean with restaurants adapting to like the carry out thing,
Uh-huh.
it's easy. Like it's not like not that difficult to adapt to that type of thing. I mean,
Yeah.
I was thinking, I was like, man, Sonic was made for this. Like, I was like, man, they were every time I passed a Sonic, I was like, oh, it's just kind of normal looking and now. But yeah, I saw that. I but yeah, I went to Lubbock, packed all my stuff, said bye to my apartment.
Forever.
Yeah, for now.
Yeah.
Because I only signed a
Like,
1-year lease.
uh,
And so right now I'm just like
homeless.
I'm like crashing my parents. But I just don't know if tech is going to be face to face in the fall.
Right.
And with those leases, like you're in that lease like for a year. Like no, I mean you can have like sub leases and stuff, but like that's your contract for a year,
Yeah.
whether you like it or not. And I remember like last August, even like during the first week of school, there were still like available places. So I'm just like I'm not going to entertain that right now. I think colleges are just going to give options, like you can be face to face or in person.
Mhm.
I know they're really pushing for Texas Tech sent out an email saying in July and August they're in that session they're gonna want like the fine arts people, the theater, all those in person classes.
Right.
I get it. Well, I'm like, oof, I'm glad I'm not like a theater major or like a dance major or anything like that. I'm glad I'm on the extremely opposite side of all that. Like,
Right.
business is like the last major with like, all the computer stuff
Right.
that should be back,
Mhm.
And so I'm just thankful for that situation. Um, so, did you hear? I don't know if this is true or not, but like Trump was and like some White House officials were just kind of saying like, if we do have a second wave, we're not going to like shut down.
I've heard like that speculation, but I always thought that from the beginning because I was like, why would they reopen it just to shut it back down again? You know.
Mm, so
Survival of the
that's
fittest.
just be straight up just like
Survival of the
you die.
fittest. Natural selection.
is interesting. And I say that with like respect and health, like best wishes, but man, like it makes you feel weirdly more alive. It's like, it's like any day could go. It's like you ever heard that quote?
No, Charlotte's turning into one of those guys. I mean, you get in a vehicle every day, so you have the possibility to crash.
No, it's just like the quote. I think there's a quote out there. It's like when you live like you're going to die anytime, you feel more alive.
You feel
It's
more
like
free. Yeah, you
yeah,
feel more.
it's like whoa, it's interesting. It's a weird feeling to have, but I mean, literally the only thing about this situation is like the contagious part of it. That's the only like
Well,
part about it.
did you see that the CDC came out and said that this week that getting the coronavirus isn't like as easy on like surfaces because like like people say like if you touch surface and like you touch your face they're like no like it's not like that easy now so I'm like man what is the truth about this
Yeah, I
virus?
did see that, and I'm just like, fam, where can I just have like a news like it's just
A credible source.
this is just showing like like there's no reliable news sources,
Right.
and that stinks. Like that's not cool.
Yeah, because you don't know what to believe. You don't know what's true. You have to be your own filter now.
Gosh. And this kind of like quickly like goes back to the point of the whole Joe Rogan situation. Like he just wants all opinions out there. He doesn't want to be demonetized. He's just like gonna just give everybody sources. But yeah, it's just like there's nothing to like rely on because yeah, it's an interesting world right now.
Yeah.
It's it's intriguing, but it's a tad scary. That's all. What else? Oh, I saw another like dude on Facebook, one of these country people. They like posted a whole like I've seen a couple people post that Hitler quote of like when you take away or when you say something enough, when you say a lie enough or something, it becomes truth, and that's the best way to become a leader. I was like, man, we're bringing up Hitler in this situation. I was like, man.
All right, can we please talk about your boy, Paul Pierce?
Paul Pierce. He's just weird.
He's mad. He's still salty.
It's just like obviously salty. And he's not even like that great of a player. Like he wasn't.
No,
he's
not
not
top
even
50 all time.
He's not top 50, 60. The only reason he's like in talks is because he won a ring. When he finally got like a lot of help. Yeah, he's a character. I was like, man, that Celtics team was a bunch of crazy people. Like, you have Kevin Garnett, he's wilding. Kendrick Perkins, he's just yelling at people. Rajon Rondo's destroying teams. I mean, or like Ray Allen.
Pastor Ray.
Who? Oh yeah,
Pastor Ray Allen. No, like he just has that vibe. Like I feel like if you
yeah. And remember, like when they were saying, or when they were all mad at Ray Allen for not being back at the reunion or something.
Yeah.
I guess Ray Allen was just like, I'm tired of y'all. I guess people get it.
I don't blame him.
But what do you think about the Paul Pierce quote?
So I like read it, and I was just like, you can say like LeBron is not a top 5 player. That's your personal opinion. But when you give the argument that it's because what is his quote unquote that he didn't lead the franchise to like a dynasty or something like that along those lines. And I was just like, man, everywhere he goes, they get elevated. A franchise gets elevated.
Yeah.
Everywhere he goes.
Yeah, I just read that and I was just like, I just scrolled because it's just he does this every year. What did he say like a couple months ago? That was kind of weird. I don't can't think of it, but he said he was better than Dwayne Wade, like with a straight face.
Yeah.
And Jalen Rose, I think the next day, like brought up all the accomplishments. He was just roasting Paul Pierce on TV, and so yeah, Paul Pierce he's just mad because they had that whole Celtics, Cavs, Heat little rivalry. Um, yeah, I don't get it, um, but yeah. Did you have anything else about Paul?
It's just like, dude, like, all right, you got the best of LeBron whenever he had no like supporting cast, even though LeBron was still very competitive. Then he left. He wanted to win. He learned how to win in Miami. They beat you. He still hurt over Game 6 in 2012. Then he started ring chasing. He went to Brooklyn. Still got beat by LeBron. He went to the Clippers. That was a disaster. Like, dude, like just give it up. Like the dude's a better player than you. Like he's just better than you all around. It's okay. Some things somebody's gonna be better than you at.
Yeah.
Like he wants more recognition than like what he deserves.
Or just don't even mention it. Like just don't even like talk about it. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, he's not. I remember that one game where Draymond was like, "You don't get a parade, Paul." Like, Kobe.
You thought you was Kobe?
Yeah, he puts himself way up there than he needs to be, and yeah, and we all know that he was a good player, but he wasn't like an all-time top 50 player ever. Like,
No,
not at all. But yeah, it's weird, but I don't really know. What else do you got from the NBA?
I'm tired of hearing about. Oh, not even NBA, just sports wise. I'm tired of hearing about Dak Prescott's contract. Like the whole rumor this week that he wants $45 million in his last year of his contract.
I saw that.
And like apparently,
I thought there was like 5-year, $175 million contract confirmed, but what else?
Apparently, like it was a rumor. Like I don't know what. Again, like the media's very bored right now.
Yeah.
And it's just wild.
Yeah, and they came out today saying like that contract report was never a thing. So I was like, well, that's that. Somebody ring the doorbell?
No, I just gotta move my car.
Okay.
I'm taking you with me.
All right. You don't have to comment, but I saw something where, what was it? Well, I was thinking, I was like, Shaq is almost like 2 players away from like becoming the greatest player of all time.
Whoa, hold on. What?
Yes. Yes. He's a couple steps away, a couple slip ups from being the GOAT. And this, LeBron maybe shouldn't have had existed. Okay, for the audience, Josh is moving his car. But yeah, I was thinking, okay, Shaq was close and winning if he'd have won the finals in '95, and maybe if he'd have stayed with Kobe, we could be looking at Shaq a whole lot different. Let's say they win in '04, win in '95. If Shaq and Kobe stayed together, they would probably got 3 more rings. So that's 6. Shaq could have had, and yeah, let's see, Shaq 7 rings, and he would have the whole "I beat MJ." There's a lot of I need your thoughts on this, but yeah, Shaq could have easily been greatest player of all time. I mean,
can you hear me?
Huh?
I can't hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me? Got live technical difficulties, but we're still rolling. Are we in hour 2 yet?
Okay, here we go. I'm back now. Sorry, my think about. Hold on. Basically, repeat your whole Oh, Shaq. Yeah.
I was thinking, I was like, Shaq is my 5th best player of all time. ESPN put him 10th. But I was like, if he could easily be in the top 3 consistent, whatever. Maybe even 1 if Shaq would have won in 95.
Okay.
They would have had a maybe, let's see. Shaq won in 95. They almost beat the Bulls that next year, right?
Who?
Shaq and the Magic.
Oh, yeah. They went 6 games in the Eastern Conference Final.
So let's say if Shaq and the Magic win that series in 95, they would have a lot of confidence. They shouldn't, remember like the game 1 situation where that guy missed 4 straight free throws?
Oh, yeah. Dennis Scott.
Yeah, that one of Nick Anderson, actually, I think.
Nick Anderson.
Whatever.
Yeah.
If they'd have won that series, that was a winnable series. They would have had a lot more confidence going into next year.
Mm-hmm.
They took the MJ to 6. They probably could have won. That'd have been 2 straight finals, maybe even championships. Shaq would have probably left anyway, paired with Kobe. If they didn't fight at all, they would have probably won 2 or 3 more championships. Mm-hmm. So it could have been a wide range of Shaq winning 5 to 8 championships.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. I think if Shaq's work ethic won, like he wouldn't have been like overweight and like lazy coming into camp. Mm-hmm. If he would have made, if he would have made like at least like half of his free throws, he would have been the all-time leading scorer. And I do agree. If him and Kobe stay together, I think they're going to win 7 or 8 championships. I don't know how you stop that team.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Oh, I do.
Oh my gosh! Like that's the definition of like Shaq going end of his prime, Kobe going up.
Right.
They would basically just switch roles a little bit.
Right.
Oh man.
Like I wish they wouldn't have broke up after 2004. I wish they would have came and like talked and not been like prideful about it. But I mean, Shaq went on to win another championship. Kobe won 2, so they both have successful careers. But I do think I'm like, man, like who would have stopped that team?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was just thinking, I was like, if Shaq had, I don't know, a little bit more sense, a little bit more work ethic,
right?
He could have been a greater of all time.
I respect like Bill Russell and Wilt, but like they were like ahead of their time. Like they were just like one of those freakishly tall dudes playing against 6'2" pastors.
Exactly. And do you think Shaq would be great now? I mean, he would have to.
Well, because like the NBA is smaller, so he would just dominate. But he would have to stay in shape because he would not be able to.
Magic Shaq.
Oh boy, if it was
dominated.
It's over. But I would think like Lakers Shaq, since he would have been overweight in Austin, he would have been able to make it up the floor about 4 or 5 times, and then he'd been ready to go to the bench.
Yeah. Yeah, because like that early 2000s was very like post presence.
Right.
No threes. It was very like down the paint. But yeah, Magic Shaq. I always thought Shaq was just like that fat Laker guy, but Magic dude was just like in shape, running everywhere, man. But I do think one of the reasons why he was so dominant with the Lakers is because of his fat thickness.
Yeah.
In a weird way, it worked, and so.
Well, because like there's like a saying like, he had enough like sand dispense. Like he was just like he had a gigantic like frames. Like it's hard to move that.
Yeah. Yeah. So. Any NBA.
I am tired of hearing Kobe Bryant should be 2 or 1. I'm just like, let's just be happy he cracked the top 10 because some people don't have him in their top 10.
I see that tweet every now and then from like a player. Like, oh, if Kobe's not in your top 5, you shouldn't talk NBA. I was like, it's not that serious, and he's not. It's just
like people get mad at me, but like I'm taking Tim Duncan before I take Kobe.
Yes. Yeah, I don't. It's like people get caught up in like the iconicness
Mhm.
more than the actual like
Basketball,
player style.
basketball resume, yeah.
Yeah, like Kobe was definitely the most iconic player of the 2000s,
Mhm.
but doesn't mean anything about his like play and stuff. Like you can say this is the most iconic and this was the best player, you know.
I saw something
So
disrespectful yesterday on Twitter. It was like, who y'all taking all the time? AR D Wade. I was like, I love D Wade, but that's disrespectful. You can put AI over him.
a um yeah, he's one of those like was he really good or was he just iconic? Yeah, I don't know. It's a weird situation. But yeah, AI's impact was definitely a thing. Any other NBA disrespect?
No, but apparently, like on June 1st, we're supposed to receive some kind of announcement about like the update on the NBA season resuming. Because like apparently LeBron's been working out with like 2 or 3 teammates at a time, like privately.
Yeah.
But I also read that if the season resumes, of course, it came from Jared Dudley, goofy.
What?
But he was like, yeah, all the Lakers players like we're gonna be like free willy nilly, but like AD and LeBron are gonna have to stay inside and like not go anywhere because like we have championship aspirations and we can't like lose them. Can't have one of those two go down.
Yeah. It's just the thought of like them taking like some sort of test before a game,
Mm-hmm.
one of them catching it. Then what's gonna happen? Like it's like are they still gonna play the game? Yeah, it's just a lot of I mean they could pull it off. They just better hope like none of them catch like the virus. Um yeah, they're gonna have to like kind of be in their separate areas. Are they still gonna try to be in Orlando?
Yeah, the thing about Orlando or Vegas,
Hmm.
Orlando or Vegas.
I don't know what the players want. Well, it's not going to be open anyway, Vegas. Well, actually, it will, but I know what Dennis Rodman wants.
And Dennis
Um,
Rodman. Speaking of that man in between a finals game flies and goes to WWE.
I like it. I like it, but that would not fly in this era. Man, that was Dennis Rodman was born in the right era, but I don't know. Yeah, it's gonna be a tricky situation for the NBA. I don't know. Oh, by the way, rest in peace, Jerry Sloan.
Oh yeah,
You
so
see that he died? I was like, wow, kind of interesting. Jazz, Bulls. Um, but what else? What else in the sports world? Oh, how? Let's see. What were your thoughts on the NFL situation? The third round draft pick. If they hired a
man,
black coach or something or minority,
I'm done. I'm done.
like what is this?
I'm done with Roger Goodell, man.
Just
The
get
fact,
out or something?
yeah, literally, like the fact that you have to give an incentive to hire somebody who's a minority, that's a problem within itself. Like it speaks that you have an issue. You have a diversity issue within like your culture.
Yeah.
And it's just like to me, I'm like, if you're already not like trying to give somebody a fair chance or a fair shot, what makes you think just because like I'm gonna give you like a little third round pick that you're gonna start doing the right thing?
And how would that work? Would there be like bonus third round draft picks? You know what I mean? Like
I don't even know. I don't know
you
what he was
steal
thinking.
someone else's third round draft pick? I was like, there's so much wrong with this. uh, but this is basically just like a more intense Rooney Rule,
Yeah.
basically.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't even think the Rooney Rule really worked. It only worked really like, I mean,
Mike Tomlin.
like that. That's
Mike,
it.
that's it.
Would you like? What was your opinion on the Rooney Rule? Because it was such like a baby step. I think it was like such a baby step that it was okay, you know?
Yeah, I understand why it was in place, and like, like there's affirmative action on this, but like, it's the fact that you had to put a rule into place in order for a minority head coach to get an opportunity.
Yeah.
Because there's only been 2 black coaches to win a Super Bowl. Off the top of my head right now, Tony Dungy and Mike Tomlin.
Yeah.
And then I think there's only been 3 black quarterbacks to win a Super Bowl: Russell Wilson, Doug Williams, and Pat Mahomes.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, it's just the fact that, like prime example, the Chiefs' offensive coordinator, Eric Bieniemy, or however you pronounce his last name,
Yeah.
he's like, how has he not have a head coaching job? Like, how is he not qualified? But Josh McDaniels is brought up every offseason.
Yes.
Every offseason, Josh McDaniels' name. But we don't hear Eric Bieniemy's name.
Oh, that's so true. That's so true.
Like, I'm confused.
Josh McDaniels is brought up every time for
Every
no reason.
Him and Lincoln Riley. Every offseason, it's the same 2 names.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, it only felt the Rooney Rule always was weird whenever, like, for example, the Cowboys situation of hiring Mike McCarthy.
Yeah.
They hired him, or they like were sold on him. They was like, okay, we're gonna do that, but they're like, oh dang, we gotta get a black coach to interview. You know, it was like, ugh, like
it's cringy.
They interviewed Marvin Lewis for that role.
We knew we
How
weren't
did
hiring
that even
Marvin
like
Lewis.
happen?
We knew we weren't hiring Marvin Lewis. We set him up. He's a decoy.
What goes into thinking? What did they even talk about in that meeting? Like, they probably just like we're just catching up and stuff. You know, it's like, and why would Marvin Lewis agree to that? That's just weird. I don't know. Yeah, that's the only time where like the Rooney Rule is kind of cringy because it's like forced in a way. I don't.
Yeah, I think I saw like before like the start of last season, there was like 8 minority head coaches, and now I think there's 3 or something like that, like around there. Like it's like significant, like different. Because like off the top of my head, I can think of like Miami's head coach is black, the Chargers head coach is black, and the Steelers head coach is black. Oh, there's 4, and Ron Rivera of Washington. That's 4 off the top of my head.
Yeah. So I mean, I think the Rooney Rule was cool, just for like since it gave like an option. It forced you to have an option, I think. But this new thing is like, it gives you a reward for like
Yeah,
doing
not being racist, quote unquote.
Yeah, it's and you know, with my thing, I'm just like, the NFL is racist. But like, they just know it. They know their role. Like, it's like, if we're gonna be racist, who cares? Because they know the NFL is such a huge thing. Yeah, I don't know.
But it's hard for me to like accept that because it's like, all right, I agree the NFL is racist and like they know their role and they accept they're like we're blatantly racist. But it's like, how could you be racist when your league is 70 to 80% black anyways?
Yeah. Maybe it's because maybe the head coach hiring is mainly owner based.
Yeah, of course. Like it's called like the whole like gray boy system, you know, like this like, you know, white management, white coach, like keep it that way. Like,
and most of the owners are kind of old.
Yeah, they're old white men.
They're old, which I would say is a little bit more opposite than the NBA. I feel like the NBA is a lot more youngish.
Yeah, especially like the general like managers, like I think like Elton Brand, and just like I feel like all the like the GMs for the most part, like in the like, you know, 40s, 50s, just like relatively like younger.
Yeah. I think with the NBA also just being like 98% minorities, it's more just like more obvious.
Right.
NFL, there's still like, it's pretty like, I mean, I would say it's 70% minority.
Right.
So there's still like a pretty good chunk of like 30%
Right.
white, and so yeah, I don't know. Oh yeah, I would just say like
How,
NFL is just more business oriented, while the NBA is just more like socially oriented.
how would you like adapt the Rooney Rule? Like, what would you do? To, like, would you just like let the Rooney Rule go? Like, how would you?
Let the what? Rooney Rule?
Yeah, like, would you let it go? Like, how would you adapt that or change that if you could?
I mean, I think it's like a cool step, only just because it just forces you to have the option. It doesn't like hurt your team. It doesn't like give a reward. It's just at least just doing it.
Mhm.
So yeah, basically take away the third round draft pick situation and go back to that. Just like we don't need to push that more. It's either a Rooney Rule or just wait till like we have younger owners in the NFL. Yeah, I mean,
But that could be a while.
yeah, I mean, hmm. But let's see. So,
But I feel like you have to like be careful, like, and say like wait till like we have like younger owners because like like most of these ownership is just going to turn into family based. So like when Jerry dies, Steven's going to take over and like it's just going to be a replica of like another old white man. Like
well, I think Steven's a lot more normal, like contemporary based.
I think he would be a better owner than Jerry in the sense of like he won't make it all about him
Yeah.
like Jerry does.
Oh, for sure. Um, but what about the was it the Houston Texans owner? Isn't he like extremely racist? Like he got caught.
He was the one that was saying like when Colin Kaepernick was president, he's like, we can't let the inmates run the prison.
Is he still there?
Yeah, he's still there.
You see, that's
Yeah.
that's the problem, I think.
Yeah.
Huh. And isn't he like 90 or something?
Yes,
Like old?
the whole McNair family is like the McNair family owns the Texans. Like they're awful.
So when he dies, who is it? Like his son or something? Gonna be
I'm sure
the
I'm sure it's gonna get passed down.
yeah, because we haven't really experienced generational football. It's like basically NFL has been only one generation really. So as we go on, we're gonna see like second generation owners.
Right. Like the Steelers have the Rooney family.
Yeah.
The Cowboys have the Jones family. The Texans have the McNair family. Like
Mm,
the Patriots have the Crafts. Like it's like family based. Like they keep within their family.
mm. Yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be hard. So
It's gonna be hard to break the system.
it will
What did you
have to
make?
be. Go ahead.
Speaking of the NFL, what did you make of LeBron getting offered a contract in 2011 by the Cowboys? Did you see that?
Um, I mean, I'm not surprised, but that's funny. Um,
Do you think you make a good tight end?
yeah, of course. Everyone would be like scared of him for some reason. Um, oh yeah, definitely. Oh, it was because of the lockout
Yeah,
situation. That's why. Okay,
yeah.
that would have been really funny. Just one game. Do you know how much the contract was?
No, I don't remember. But like, I'm like, man, like, I would have been scared. Like, he would have had like a Gronk situation. Like, he would got beat up like below the belt, like his knees, like all that stuff would have been taken out because they're not hitting him high; they're gonna hit him low.
Yeah, he would have definitely not
Been healthy.
made the right decision
Yeah.
because like 2 NFL games is like not worth your NBA career. Like, so, um, hmm. Yeah, Cowboys tried. They shot their shot. I get it. Like, I like it. Hmm. Uh, or going back to the Rooney stuff situation real quick. The only reason or the only way to break the NFL like that, it would have to be like a black owner, a minority owner. Like
Yeah.
I've
Which
heard, if you can't, it's like if you can't get something, get it the hard way. It's like make it
take it.
happen. I mean, I bring up people like P Diddy, Jay-Z,
Yeah.
especially Jay-Z.
Yeah. Well, they're talking about buying a team. Like I thought they were talking about like possibly being interested in like the Panthers or like something like that, like one day or
Yeah,
Miami.
do it. I mean, like that's even if y'all have to like join up to like give an absurd money amount.
Partnership, yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's the only way. But yeah, but yeah, LeBron made the right decision to not play for the Cowboys because he'd have been what? It'd have been Jason Witten and
LeBron.
Ron side by side or on each side. That'd have been a deadly tight end combo.
I would definitely be on that Super Bowl bound. Cowboys.
Yeah, Romo would have been living, but
You would have had Dez,
mm-hmm.
Witten, and LeBron. It's over.
Yeah, that's the only reason like those two sport athletes do baseball because it's if you hurt yourself, it's gonna be yourself. Like it's gonna be your fault in a way. I mean, majority of the time. So what are they doing in baseball? What are they? The MLB report.
you don't care.
I don't care, but like no, I actually kind of do care. I've actually kind of all seasons, I was actually looking forward to the season because of the whole Houston Astros goofiness. Because I remember like in preseason, they were like people were bringing trash cans. I thought like it was gonna be an entertaining season for the Astros.
All right.
I know they're glad it's not really gonna happen, but what's gonna happen like season wise?
So I mean, I'm excited just for baseball because like I saw like the Rangers getting a new park and I wanted to visit it.
Oh yeah.
But anyways, they're talking about they're probably going to start around 4th of July weekend. And they're going to have like a regular 82 game season. However, like they're going to have like the AL East play the NL East. So like basically you're going to play like your region area. So you don't have to go far.
Okay.
So they're going to have like they're not going to have like the Yankees travel all the way across out west to LA or something.
So it's going to be very like territorial.
Mm-hmm.
And you said like the 82 games thing is
they were proposed 82 games. Yeah.
Oh, that would be so great. I might be a little interested in cutting half the games. Oh my gosh. Make it into a 60 game season. Oof. It's going to be playoff baseball every night. Yeah. This might actually like counter work. Like people are actually like interested in it. I did see something where like if it does come back, baseball it won't look the same. Like the style of play. Because I saw something where like the second baseman will have to be far back from the second base when someone's on there, like when an offensive player's on there. Like they'll have to like distance themselves some way. I was like, okay.
They're gonna make them wear a mask. Oh, the second base wear a mask.
I mean, they probably are gonna wear a mask, right?
Honestly, I have not, but I saw that like the NL, like the National League, they're just gonna adopt the universal designated hitter for the whole season.
Really?
Yeah, because they don't want to like tax the pitchers.
Okay. I like it. It's gonna be it's gonna like force it to change a little bit. Did you see something about Aaron Judge's girlfriend?
No.
I saw something on Twitter. I thought you would know about it, but I didn't care enough to look at it.
Yeah, I don't care about Aaron Judge.
What else? What else in baseball?
Now I want to be nosy. I'm a look.
There was something. Well, I don't even know. I just saw Brady Dunn see it. He's my Yankee source on Twitter. But yeah, the territorial part would be interesting. It'd be like kind of what Lord of the Rings Middle Ages style. Like, oh, this is our Northeast territory.
Oh, she got arrested for DUI.
Oh,
A video
Oh,
service. Yeah,
she told them that she was Aaron Judge's girlfriend,
yeah.
and the policeman didn't care.
Yeah.
Well, it depends. Where were they at? See, that's the thing. If they were in New York, I think she would have got away with that a little bit. But
No.
I mean, I don't know.
No.
Yankees love Aaron Judge. I don't.
I don't care. I don't care if you're Aaron Judge. If you are drinking and driving, I don't care who your boyfriend is.
What if you caught Savannah James robbing a store, and you're the only witness?
Savannah is going to jail. Hopefully, I get to meet LeBron when he comes down and goes to get out.
Dang.
It's a win-win for me.
You would call 911 on Savannah?
Is she breaking into my stuff? I'd be like, first of all, I know LeBron got stacks. Why the heck are you stealing?
It's like, I got a lot of questions for Savannah.
Yeah. Like, LeBron about to divorce you, you getting desperate? Like, I need answers.
Man, I wouldn't. I'd be like, you go, Savannah. Do your thing.
And then that's exactly when you're going to be either be like, give me a police badge, you've been relieved of your duties.
Man.
They're going to be like, let me see your body cam. And you'll be like, nah.
No body cam. And I'm bummed they closed down Lizard Lounge in Dallas.
Good. Nothing needed to die.
I mean, I haven't been in a while, but
that thing should have been gone a long time ago.
It should have. It was just yeah, that's where I roamed my 19, 20-year-old self. Yeah, like the only like real 18 plus club bar in Dallas, but no problem anymore. Yeah, it was always ghetto looking.
You should hit up the green room tonight, bro.
No. Not the green room, the candy shop for sure. Not the candy shop.
Hey, no. The candy shop gonna be bumping tonight.
That's where the coronavirus got started, to be honest.
The green room gonna be jumping tonight, literally.
Are Houston bars opening?
Yes, today.
I think it's mainly because of Memorial Day weekend. You know, people like to go out. Memorial Day weekend. Let's see. I was listening to something, and I was like, I've heard this before from someone. So I'll have to like expose you a little bit. Someone said, well, it's not even that bad. It's this radio guy was like, yeah, I shower. When I shower, I do the shampoo and things like twice.
Right.
And you do that too, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, and the radio guy was saying that, and like everybody else was like, why? And I was like, oh, Josh does the same thing. And then I was like, so last night I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna try this out. I'll see what the hype is about. And so I did it. And after the first time, watched everything. I was like, all right, gotta do it again. Oh, this is a weird feeling. And when I got out of the shower, I just felt soapy. I felt like a soap bar itself, because I was just like clean. I don't know. I think it's more of a mentality thing, I think, too. Just like, I don't know. What's your reasoning behind that?
I actually do mine. I rinse and repeat 3 times.
3 times?
Yes.
Wow.
So, my thing is just like, all right, when you initially, like, it depends on what you've been doing. Like, if I've been like doing physical activity.
Do 4?
It just depends on what I'm doing.
Ow, you dang.
So,
go ahead.
So if I've been like doing physical activity, I'm like hardcore sweaty in like, Texas summers, I'm just like, all right, 3 or 4 times. If I haven't like done much today, I'll do it like twice. But like for me, I think it's just like, I like to be thorough. So, some people go in there, I'm not going to expose the name, but we lived with a guy that took very quick showers.
Okay.
And it was just like, Like, nah, bro, you ain't wash it behind, you ain't hitting no spots. Like you just like in there, like the water barely hit your skin.
That's facts.
You gotta let the water hit your skin, like like get everything like wet, and then put it on there. And the first time, you could like miss a spot. So the second time, I'm just like, all right, I got everything.
Mm-hmm.
But like for me, like what I've noticed is like I sweat really easily. I have overactive sweat glands. So like I just want to make sure that I'm not stinky because I know I'm gonna sweat.
Okay.
And that's why I also like have cologne. Like it's just like reassurance for me for like my mentality to know that like I'm not stinky.
Okay.
So you felt too soapy.
I just felt too clean.
You felt what is too clean?
Well, it was okay. I'll have to do it again. Let's see. Gotta experiment.
You gotta try it 3 times next time.
3 times.
All right. So for the next 3 days that you shower, you gotta go 2 times again. Then the next day you gotta go 3 times. Then the following day after that you gotta go 4 times.
Or what's the most you've done? Rinse and repeat.
Oh, I thought you were gonna ask like what's the most amount of shower to take in a day, but that was
6.
Yes.
Oh, showers or rinse and repeat?
Showers in a day.
Showers.
But
6 showers. Take me through the 6 shower day. What you do? Do you run like 6 marathons?
I mean, I used to be stupid. I used to shower if I used to go hoop. And so I could just, I guess, with like mentality thing, like, I'm fresh, play fresh, get a couple buckets, whatever.
Okay.
But so I would shower before I went to the gym. Then I would work out, do my basketball routine. I come home and shower. Then I ended up going to like do something else like physical. And so like that's 3 right there. And then I came back and showered. That's 4. And then right before dinner I showered. That's 5. And then right before bed I showered. So that was 6.
So you showered twice in between playing basketball and dinner.
Yes.
Okay.
But to answer your question, your initial question, the most amount of times I've rinsed and repeated, probably about 5 times.
5 times. Wow. That's I'll take an hour.
But I cut my shower time down a lot. Now I'm only in the shower about maybe 8 minutes.
8 minutes?
Yeah.
Wow. Huh. That's pretty quick.
Yeah, I mean, I still like, take my sweet time to get ready, but I'm not actually in the shower like I was.
Yeah, I got to chill in the shower. So like doing it twice, I think it took like a 20-minute shower. Cause I had to like, I don't know. This is like a lot to process too. I don't know. But yeah, I thought that was.
What you mean it's a lot to process?
I gotta focus. I gotta be like, all right. Cause I shower, I shampoo, body wash, beard. I shampoo my beard, and then face wash. So that's 4 things.
Wait, you don't face wash outside of the shower?
No.
Okay.
Well, I face wash because I shower once a day, morning and night, and I shower either morning or night.
Right.
So whenever I shower, it's like, okay, I'll wash my face at the same time.
Interesting.
But at night, I will actually just wash my face in the sink.
But are you using the same, I guess, like the same thing to wash your face while you're in the shower compared to when you're not in the shower?
Yeah, I have the same thing.
Product. Okay.
Yeah. You never done that?
No, I usually just like wash my face like separately when I'm out of the shower.
Well, I just see it as like water's already gonna be on my face, so it's just like, all right, well, it reminds me. There's some people I know that they brush their teeth in the shower.
Yeah, that's nasty.
I've never gotten that.
I'm not trying to be like up here like brushing my teeth and then like spit right at my feet. Like that's nasty.
Yeah.
That's a pause.
I've never gotten that phenomenon. I've never wanted to try it because it's gonna take the same amount of time. It's literally like just outside or inside. I've always thought of that kind of a little weird, but because David Collins does that. That's the only reason I know. So,
David. Next time he's on the podcast, we need to have a talk.
He was the first one that I knew that did that. I was like, okay. Huh, yeah. So that was new. What's your opinion on 2-in-1 body wash or whatever?
Oh,
2-in-1 shampoo, whatever
the
it does.
three,
I've never done it, but
3-in-1, like Johnny
3-in-1.
style, rush right here.
3-in-1.
Remember he had the shampoo, conditioner, and body wash, 3 all in one.
Body wash. Yes.
So I think that's bogus. You need separate products. Do you have a 3-in-1 right now? Are you still using that?
No, I don't. No, I've never even done that before. But I've never done the science. But I've always kind of just trusted people. Like you have separate for shampoo, separate for body wash. There has been some times where I would run out of body wash, and I'm already in the shower.
And you steal mine.
And what?
You would steal mine.
What do you mean?
Like, was there ever like a point where like you were out of body wash and like mine was right there since we lived together for 3
Oh
years?
no! I never did that. No! I did not do that. I would when I would run out of body wash. I mean, I'm talking about like back here.
Okay.
Run out of body wash, and I'm like, well, might as well use shampoo as body wash for now. I mean, I've done that a couple of times. It's not that bad. It's like, it's not that bad. It's really not. You're still clean at the end of the day.
No.
You just don't tell anyone.
You're throwing off your pH balance. You're doing all types. You're doing all types of things. Why don't you just use a bar of soap?
I don't use bar soaps.
You don't have like a.
Because I use a loofah, whatever it's called.
You can still put soap on a loofah.
Well, I don't have soap. I don't have like soap bars.
You don't have a soap. You don't have like a backup soap bar.
I don't have backup soap bar. No. I don't have a soap bar in general. Because there's no reason. Because I usually have shampoo and body wash.
Right.
So why would I have a soap bar?
One, in case like you're running out of body wash.
Well, that's a rare situation.
And two, it's just like a backup. Like some people, like mainly older people, I know like they don't use like like the hand sanitizer, like the hand wash soap. So like they prefer like a bar soap.
Well, that's old school. It's old school. What else was I gonna ask? I was gonna shower. So there is a clear difference. Let's see. Of like shampoo and body wash.
Yes.
Shampoo on your hair.
Yeah.
Body wash. Okay.
You can't feel like the texture whenever like you run out of body wash and you use shampoo on your actual body. You can't feel like the texture difference.
I don't know. I've never like noticed. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I always remember my dad always says like he takes a shower at night because he could not like he could just be having a chill day, but he has to take a shower at night because he'll feel dirty.
Going to bed.
And I've never felt that. I've never like been in bed like, oh, I feel dirty. Like especially like after not after like a basketball game or like at something sweaty I did, but like I could totally take a shower in the morning, not like really chill, do something, watch a movie, and then go straight to bed. And I would not feel like anything.
I think for me, I change my sheets once a week. And like for me, I have to like get into the bed knowing that like I'm clean. So I have to take a shower before I get in the bed.
Interesting. Well, I've never felt that.
How often do you change your sheets?
What?
How often do you change your sheets? Because you're staring back at them right now. Okay, 2 questions. How often do you change your sheets, and when's the last time you changed your sheets?
Well, when I was in Lubbock, my mom washed my sheets, I think. Okay. Yeah, she definitely did. Let's see.
Oh, you about to
I don't even think about this. It's not like it's definitely not once a week. That's a you thing. Huh. I'll try to answer this question.
Just go ahead and say never.
It's not never. Okay, I've done never. My parents have forced me, but I mean, there's been times like 3 to 4 months.
Dog. Dog.
Yes.
You can't go a quarter of the year and not change your funky sheets.
Yes, you can.
No.
I have a reasoning though.
Oh, here we go.
Well, you know, because like, okay, it's like this. I'm saying, okay, I'm my parents' bedroom. I'm the only one gonna be sleeping in this room, in this bed right now.
Okay.
So I'm not trying to like impress anyone. It's my bed.
It's not about that. I think like
that's the only thing where I would think of something else. Like, yes, I would wash sheets if I were like girl and stuff, but like, yeah, I'm by myself. I'm chilling. There's no reason to wash. So like, that's my thinking.
Here's where you're wrong.
Okay, all right. Tell me why I'm wrong.
Number one.
All right.
You sweat in your sleep. That's inevitable.
Mm-hmm.
You lay in your bed even when you're not sleeping. You know, like casual, like watching Netflix, yada yada. You know, like you're sleeping, you have clothes, like you've been outside, you come back, you want to take like a little nap, like there's germs like all over like the sheets and all that stuff. I just think you should at least change like at least once a month.
At least once a month?
At least.
You wash pillow sheets too? No, you do.
Yeah. How often did you change your sheets when you were at Lubbock? Now we really finna expose.
Like 2 to 3 months.
No.
I did. No, I did. Twice a semester. I washed them 2 times last semester.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's nothing crazy. Whatever. Cause like I don't wake up, I don't go to bed like, oh, I can feel the sweat, you know. So, okay.
You don't wear cologne, do you?
Every now and then.
Special occasions.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not like dosages of cologne, like you. To be going to school, you're just like 10 puffs of cologne. Man, you walk into history class fresh.
Yeah, I always gotta be fresh.
All right. Well, time to close. Well, that was a good shower talk. I'll have to reconsider things.
You said.
What to see? What to see? All right. Let's close this down. Anything else?
For the first time, I decided to like mix it up. So like I have like like the white powder deodorant, and like I was never ever a fan of the spray deodorant. Like like just a little like.
Oh yeah, no.
But like I decided to like give it like a little try. It's weird. I don't know if I like it.
I don't like the white powder either.
What do you use?
I use like just the normal smooth gel deodorant.
The gel stick.
Yeah.
I prefer the white deodorant.
You prefer the what?
The white deodorant.
The powder?
Yeah, the powder.
Nah, it's too sticky. It's too like.
Over. What is gel?
Gel's
a stick.
Gel, it's there.
Nah, bro, you geeking. You finna say something weird.
No, well, I remember. Okay, let's see. There was one time I ran out of deodorant. I think you gave me like some deodorant, like extra deodorant that you had, like 3 extra. And they were like powder. So I was like, oh, I don't want to go to the store. Sure. And I think that was like actually the first time I did that. And it was just like, it felt like I had to like, I don't know. It didn't feel like I was clean. And like, because it's very flaky. It's very flaky. And so it would always like, you can always kind of see it coming off a little bit. Like,
No, you're not applying it right.
One is just boom, boom, you're good. Like it sticks to you, boom. Yeah. No. So yeah, the spray on deodorant, it's weird. Like, are you talking about like Axe or like Axe spray or something? Like all those sprays, Old Spice?
Yeah, just like those spray. Yeah.
Yeah, you can't be using that as like your main deodorant.
No, it's
No.
disgusting.
No, you can't. Yeah, I don't know. You got anything else?
No, that's enough for hygiene talk. Continue to wash your hands. Stay away from
Oh
coronavirus.
yeah, for sure.
Be nasty.
People just need to wash their hands. Like that's just in general.
The most nasty thing is like, sometimes you'd be like in a public bathroom, like dudes would walk out there and just didn't wash their hands. I was like, how?
Yeah, I saw that a lot at tech, like especially that's kind of the business stereotype of old or like arrogant white men going in the bathroom. Man, it's like there was one time I was washing my hands, I saw someone in the urinal peeing, just straight up just leave, and then he was a typical blonde haired dude. Like I was like, okay, you're not not helping your stereotype, but.
I got one before we wrap this up. So like I've gotten this like lately. Like I don't know why like girls like think this, but like after like we pee, like I've had people ask like, oh, like do you wipe after you pee? And I was like, hold on. I said pause.
That's
like,
wild. Huh. Interesting. I've never like thought of that.
I was like, I've never thought to just like be like dabble.
But I can see why girls would think that a little bit. That's funny. Just imagine like toilet paper by the urinal. That's funny. Huh. Yeah. No. Oh, I don't know why this is not a thing already where the bathroom doors, it probably will happen now with the virus, having something with your foot to opening the door instead of the handle.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen those, like where you can open it with your foot?
Yeah.
Like so much better. Like that would maybe cure the coronavirus, like cure people from it. Because it's like there's so much germs on that bathroom handle.
Yeah.
So much.
Well,
Personally, I usually like get the towel and I open it.
Yeah, same. That's what like I do. I do it for like that, and like when I'm about to like walk out of the bathroom after I wash my hands, I just take that paper towel and like grab it.
And so like to me that's normal. And so when I see people like not even washing their hands, I'm like, wow, that's like 2 steps behind me. But
I also think it's nasty. Like people just go in like public bathrooms, just squat their butt right on that nasty toilet. I'm like, nah, like that is never me. Can never be me.
wait, what? You don't? So
Like,
you don't poop in public places?
And if I do, I either I squat or I put toilet paper around the rim of the toilet and then I'll sit.
Interesting.
And then I'll flush the toilet with my foot.
Well, yeah, that's normal. But, okay. Well, I poop in public places.
Can't.
Okay.
Can't.
You save it. Interesting. Okay.
I'll try to hope.
Okay. You got anything else?
No, that's it. No, enough of the hygiene talk.
Guess I'll probably see you tomorrow. Right?
What?
I'll probably see you tomorrow.
Yeah, you will. Yeah.
Party. Gathering.
Social gathering.
How many people? It's gonna be like less. It's gonna be like 9 people.
8.
Good.
Less than 10. CDC recommended.
Wait, what?
I said less than 10. CDC recommended. What time are you? What?
I'm gonna wear a mask.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know. I'll text you. Yeah, I have a couple sips of water at the party. No alcohol. I don't drink. but we'll see.
Yeah.
All right. So
don't waste your time. You can stay home.
song of the week. You have song of the week. Shout outs.
Song of the week.
Not in music news to me. Lil Baby dropped 2 features in the world today. So that's cool. Also, really quick, Travis Scott, he is horrible at features and amazing with his music. But like features, I've never like, he's had a couple features in the past month and I'm just like, it doesn't do anything. So that's all I had. Song of the week, I don't know. Do you have something?
I'm trying to think.
Let's see. I've been playing the same things, to be honest.
Same, man. I don't have a song of the week.
I can't listen to new music anymore. I have to like be outside, you know. Like it's hard. I'll just throw this out there. Jump by DaBaby and NBA Youngboy.
NBA Youngboy. That's your favorite rapper right now, NBA Youngboy.
No. Up there. But no. Trying. But yeah. You have anything?
I have nothing for song of the week. I've been listening to the same stuff.
All right, listen. What's that song?
The one that you sent me?
Oh, just any song.
Oh,
Beethoven.
Boy.
Oh, Beethoven. Lil Wayne, Lollipop. There we go.
Lil Wayne, 6 foot, 7 foot.
Yeah. Okay. All right. 6 foot, 7 foot. Any shout outs? Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan. Shout out to sports. Hopefully they'll come back. You know, apparently the NCAA said that they're going to allow college football and basketball and another sport to start practicing and stuff. So hopefully we'll only come back to sports.
Okay.
Shout out to Commissioner Roger Goodell for the Rooney Rule. We appreciate it.
Yeah, I guess. All right. Well, thank y'all for watching, listening, whoever. All right. Well, see you.
All right. See you. Peace.